What's up, y'all? The caramel crystallization of a new day is only a byproduct of all the things you failed to do the day before. So when you have these early mornings where you wake up and you're frustrated and you're dragging while you're getting ready for your job, so that entrepreneurial experience that you plan to partake in that day, you got to get to the point where you ignore and you forget about what you failed to do the day before, the weeks before, the months before, the years before, and focus and be intent on that new journey and that new discipline or that new study or that new thing that you're, accomplishing to accomplish. Because the only way you're going to reach that fruition of that goal is to focus in and to drive yourself and to push yourself to do things that you consider to be great. We got to get past the mundane and those negative experiences and those negative people who continue to bring us down and continue to drain us. Because situations also have the ability to do the same thing. But we have to break free of the noise. We have to break free of those situations, and we got to draw away from all of the automatic negative thoughts that we have and that we experience on a daily basis, and learn to reframe those things and become our true selves. See, all these things I'm saying sound easy, but they're definitely not easy, because we have to do the work to become better individuals and to reach the goals, that we have set for ourselves. I mean, are you setting goals? Are there things that you want to accomplish? Are there things that you want to do? Are there things that you dream about? Are there places that you want to see? Are there experiences that you want to have and share with your family? I'm asking these questions because only you can answer the questions. I've answered them for myself, and I continue to answer them each and every day, because I, like you, get tired. You get tired of doing the same thing the same way and experiencing the same thing and seeing the same thing and seeing the same people, walking in the same spaces and places and clocking in and checking out at the same places. It gets old, it gets draining, it gets frustrating. And when you see no light at the end of the tunnel, you start to second guess yourself and wonder if that light is an actual train coming to run you over. But the possibility is the light itself. Because that light can lead to a new situation of illumination. It can lead to a new prospect. That light can lead to a new life. But as it transitions and as it leads to a new life, make sure it's surrounded and engulfed in love. Because without love, what do you truly have? To profit, to gain the whole world, to get money, all of the accoutrements that come with it, nice houses, nice cars, all these clothes, all these things sound great. But if it's absence of love, what have you truly gained and what do you truly have? Because I've come to a place in my life where a lot of these things that I've accomplished really mean nothing to me. They're tangible assets that have to be maintained. So guess what? They're expenses. There is not a day that goes by that I would rather trade an expense for peace. How many of you right now prefer to have your peace over anything else? Not worrying about bills, not worrying about mortgages, not worrying about the neighborhood that you live in, not worrying about crime, not worrying about pains and sickness in your bodies. How many of you desire those things as opposed to the things you thought you wanted at a young age? That's what I'm talking about on this morning. See, your yesterdays can continue to lead you and keep you locked in a perpetual frustration, but your new days can provide that hope in those experiences that completely change and alter the state of your mind, your life, your being, and your family. So what will you choose to focus on? The yesterdays of your life, the traumas of your life, or will you make new beginnings and new memories with the moments and the time that you have left, because it continues to tick? You remember being a young woman and a young man, you spring out of bed and fly to get to that thing or to do that thing that makes you feel good or that you enjoy. And now you imagine yourself in your 40s and your 50s and you wake out of bed and you're hurting for no reason. See, these are the shifts. These are the patterns. These are the processes that we go through and that we experience in this life. And the question is, what are you willing to change for yourself to feel a different way and to experience different things? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to walk away from? What are you willing to shun and or ignore to become the true essence of a new you? Because you're tired of the old you. Typically, when you complain and when you gripe and when you fuss and when you have all of these doubts, it's based off past experiences of being the old you and experiencing the old things and dealing with the old thought processes and the old words that other people have told to you. And guess what? They're tired of themselves also. So you've essentially turned yourself into a Manchurian candidate, and you're working and you're operating and you're thinking like someone else based off how you've been programmed. When will you break out of the system and the functionality of an old process and reset your mind and renew your mind and become refreshed and renewed, being the true essence of you? See, now you're starting to think. Majority of the things that you've been doing all of this time have not reflected the person that you are. It has not. That's why you're so easily frustrated. That's why you're so easily triggered. Because you're always stuck in the past, thinking about those things that you wish you had done, thinking about those words that you wish you had said, thinking about those places that you wish you had gone to. Thinking about those conversations that you wish you had had. Thinking about that path that you wish you had walked. When do you stop wishing and start doing and start becoming? The person that you think about and the person that you dream about is right in front of you. But the mirror that you look in is so dimly lit that you cannot see it, so you forget about it each and every day. I'm tired of that feeling like non-existent. Aren't you tired of feeling non-existent? Don't you want to be active? Don't you want to be present? Don't you want to be up front and center? Being the star of your own life? Why are you trailing behind? And it's you that gets up every day and toils and does all the things to ensure that your family has a great day. See, secretly, you are the star of the show, but you allow yourself to stand backstage listening to others as they perform. And the crowd was there for you the whole time, but you had never alerted them to your presence. Eventually, enough has to be enough. And you have to get so tired of you that you don't want to see that stuff. You don't want to experience that stuff. You don't want to hear that stuff anymore, because you desire fresh, new creativity and fresh and new ideas, fresh and new circumstances. You have fresh new dreams and fresh new visions. It's time to pivot, guys. We have to pivot. I'm included. It's time for us to pivot and stop doing the same things, the same ways, allowing the subconscious to lead us. What are you going to do about it? I choose to make a change. I choose to make a difference starting today. Will you join me? If so, leave a comment down there and let me know that you're going to get on this journey with me. Let's change our lives as individuals so we can be effective as a collective. But the journey starts here. It's a time for change. It's a time for freshness. It's a time for renewal. It's a time for reformation. It's a time for us to become who we were destined and designed to be. But if you're happy with where you are, that's cool. But I'm not. If you're thrilled with where you are, that's great. But I'm not. I desire to be something completely different. I desire to see different things. I desire to have new experiences, and that's definitive. I'm not playing games anymore. It's time to transition. I love you. It's your boy, the community elder, Robert Tate. Be blessed, y'all. Peace.
Friday night, yeah, I'm going out to forget how he did me wrong. Triple crowns packed, but I'm alright. Gonna let myself let go.